Funeral service for LaDonna Michelle McGahey, age 59, of Dalton, Georgia, will be Saturday at 11 a.m. from Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, with the Reverend John Limbaugh officiating. Visitation from 10 until 11 Saturday at the funeral home. Ms. McGahey died on Tuesday, February the 15th. Online condolences at curtisonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, in charge of the arrangements. Also in obituary news this morning, Martha Foster. Funeral service for Martha will be today at 11 a.m. from the Childersburg Chapel of Curtis & Son Funeral Home. And that visitation is from 10 until 11. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, in charge of the arrangements. Sheila McGuirk died at her residence in Childersburg on Wednesday. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, announcing. And Dorothy Brannon died at her residence on Tuesday. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, with the arrangements. Funeral service for the Reverend Manuel Smith III will be today at Rising Star Missionary Baptist Church at 10 a.m. Burial in the Alabama National Cemetery in Montevallo. Community Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements. Funeral service for Devin Johnson, age 26, is Friday at 4 o'clock from Radley Smith Funeral Home, with Pastor Charles Kelly officiating. Mr. Johnson died Monday at his residence. Visitation Friday 3 to 4 at the funeral home. In lieu of flowers, donation can be made to the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mills and Friends of SAS. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Homegoing celebration remembering the life of Mr. Fred Garrett will be Friday at 1 o'clock from S.M. Goodson Funeral Home in Talladega, with the Reverend Richard Fair officiating. Interment in the St. Campbell Baptist Church Cemetery. Visitation today 3 to 7 at the funeral home. S.M. Goodson Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Kristen Gail Morris, age 46, of Sylacauga, is this morning at 11 a.m. from Radley Smith Funeral Home, with Brother Wayne McDaniel officiating. Burial in the Fayetteville Methodist Church Cemetery. Miss Morris died February the 19th at her residence, Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, in charge of the arrangements. And funeral service for Troy Green, age 90, of Sylacauga, will be Friday at 11 o'clock from Radley Smith Funeral Home. Brother Joe Kelly officiating. Burial in the Fayetteville Methodist Cemetery. Mr. Green died February 21st at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Visitation tonight 6 until 8 o'clock at the funeral home. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. And funeral service for Dimple Thornton Martin, age 90, will be today at Radley Smith Funeral Home. That'll be a 1 o'clock service today in the chapel. Interment in the Evergreen Cemetery. Ms. Martin died on February the 19th at the age of 90 years old. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, in charge of the funeral arrangements. That's a look at obituaries this morning, courtesy of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg.